Delhivery presents On and Off the Field with Gaurav Kapoor.
Do you guys race? Are there any sprints? Racing happens, Faf?
Running between the wickets, Virat is the fastest.
So you should just give him the gold and put him aside.
No. That's only while batting, but running in the ground is different.
See, the thing is, what can tech do when the supercomputer is between his ears anyway?
नहीं, मैं सिर्फ स्पोर्ट में बोल सकता हूँ. मैं कोई ऐप यूज करने में मैं कोई ऐसा कुछ दिमाग नहीं लगाने वाला. वो मुझे ऐप से चाहिए.
Suraj, I want to ask you one question about, we spoke about Delhi and Delhi. How is Delhi delivery here in RCB? Tell us that story. How are you all the way across the country in Bengaluru?
Well, Virat is from Delhi. He's playing for Bengaluru. I think the chance to...
पीछे आ गया. It's a good path to follow.
It's a nice direct answer. I like it.
Yeah. Direct delivery.
I mean, a chance to be associated... Today, Virat is the sort of biggest player for the country, right? I mean, the chance to be associated with the team that Virat plays for is obviously going to be something that we would have sort of loved to do, and so we are here. That's the short answer.
Do you guys race? Are there any sprints? Racing happens, Faf? Nobody does racing? No sprints?
No.
No? If there was, who do you think would be the fastest across like 50 meters or 100 meters?
Running between the wickets, Virat is the fastest.
So you should just give him the gold and put him aside.
No. That's only while batting, but running in the ground is different.
What is the difference between that you say running between the wickets and actually just sprinting?
So if I can put it very simply, running between the wickets, you're running in straight lines and you're running on a hard surface. So your mind is ready for what to expect. So your body hardly breaks down. While you're running in the outfield is soft. You might have to change direction, and the muscles that come into play might not necessarily be ready for that movement. So you can tear a hamstring, you can have a sprain. So that's the difference. It's the unpredictability of what might happen when you're fielding that never gets you ready for all kinds of movements. And you have to be fit enough to be able to handle the movements that your muscles are not ready for. Basically, that's what you train for.
But it's also a mindset. Like, you see a lot of fit guys that are fast, but they're not great runners between the wickets because they actually don't want to run hard. And I think it's such a crucial part of the game, isn't it? If you have someone running between the wickets as opposition, you always feel like you can never bowl dot balls. Twos are so easy. So that's why it's so much fun batting with him out there. Keeps me on my toes and makes me run.
Yeah, and I think one other thing what Faf said about running between the wickets, you can be fast. You can have an idea of how to run between the wickets. But then the third thing is, if you bring the fielder into the equation of your running between the wickets, then you'll never be able to take that second, if I'm right. So once I see where the ball is going and I know what pace it's traveling at, you get a fair idea of where the fielder has started from, how long he's going to take to get there. And then for me, everything shuts off. It's me touching the bat and coming back. I don't care how his arm is. I don't care how hard he throws. For me, the only goal then is to get back into my crease. So the fielder goes completely out of the picture. A lot of the guys, what they do is they reach the crease and then they see whether the fielder's reached the ball. That's way too late. You'll always be run out.
Suraj, I want to quickly ask you about tech. Fascinating word. Such an important word. It's a word that's come into sport as well. But for you guys as a logistics company, as a tech company, is it fair to say that you're a tech company?
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, I think if you look at the industry we play in, it's logistics, right? Logistics has existed since beginning of time. The reason we've been able to build a business that's different and become the largest player today in a span of 13 years is tech. The fact that we use a lot of data that we collect on every shipment that we're moving and use that to make our operation better the next time we do it does give a lot of dividend, both in terms of the ability to do it at lower cost, the ability to do it faster, and the ability to sort of offer that cost advantage to your clients. And you know, it becomes very important. I think it will continue to be very, very important as we go forward as well.
Faf, I want to talk to you as a captain as well, because you've played for so long. You have seen how tech has come into cricket. It's almost like this, right? The graph of a tech adoption.
Yeah, it's grown a lot. And I think it's really good for the game as well. So now, before games even happen, you've got all this data and stuff that you can look at. So it's really important for the game. But I think it's also really important
that you still have the human brain that works out there. I think some people will just look towards the data and the matchups and everything, and they'd forget about what the feel is out there of what the cricket pitch is saying to you. And that changes all the time. So the data can't really give you that. So it's the balance of the two, I think, is where the secret juice lies, of getting the information beforehand and then using your experience and your cricket brain and your gut out there to make decisions which you feel come together best.
How do you make that distinction that Faf is talking about, where you have the data and you have the instinct and the balance that you achieve between them?
My mindset has always been, okay, the analyst can show me this 3 variations. What if he chooses to do something else on that day? So if I'm already expecting 3 things, then I'm not ready for the 4th one. So I trust my eye and my instinct and my brain to make good decisions on the field. When I played for India for the first time, at that time Ajanta Mendes was a big sensation. And that was my first tour to Sri Lanka. And I saw all our, the best batters struggle to pick him up and all that stuff. I think the only person who smashed him was Virupa, because he was literally playing him like a leg spinner and nothing else. So I spoke to my coach, my childhood coach, saying that, there's this bowler everyone's been struggling against and I'm feeling worried about him. Should I go and watch his videos and all that? He said, just prepare, just go into the game and just watch his wrist. That's all I did. And I picked up all his variations within 2 overs. And I actually played him really well. So then guys started asking me, what videos do you have? I said, I don't have any videos. I've just been watching his wrist. But the fact that he backed me to rely on my observation to pick up variations was something that kept me relaxed. Because then I wasn't, as I said, I wasn't expecting anything. So since that happened, then obviously I felt like this is the best way forward for me. And that really, really helped me.
See, the thing is, what can tech do when the supercomputer is between his ears anyway? Supercomputer already लगा हुआ अंदर.
नहीं, मैं सिर्फ स्पोर्ट में बोल सकता हूँ. मैं कोई ऐप यूज करने में मैं कोई ऐसा कुछ दिमाग नहीं लगाने वाला. वो मुझे ऐप से चाहिए कि मेरी लाइफ इजी कर दो.
वो यहाँ पे है ना, लाइफ इजी करने के लिए they're sitting over here. Faf, now do you feel a little comfort in the fact that maybe you can leave a few things behind because delivery will deliver it to the next place you're going to play a match?
I'll have to order some stuff now and see how effective the service is, but just by listening to everything today, it's a proper job.
Suraj is like, challenge accepted. कल अपना किट बैग यहाँ छोड़ देना, डिलीवरी वाले पहुंचा देंगे, ठीक है? वो ला देंगे.
धर्मशाला से पहले छोड़ के जाएंगे.
कहाँ
यहाँ से धर्मशाला जाना है और हम सामान छोड़ के जाएंगे. फिर
छोड़ जाओ.
हाँ, हमसे पहले पहुंचा दोगे?
चलो ठीक है. मैच से पहले पहुंचा देंगे.
नहीं, मेरे को मैच बैट छोड़ के.
अरे आप तो फ्लाइट से डायरेक्ट जाओगे ना.
मेरा मैच बैट आपके हाथ में छोड़ दिया और नहीं आया तो
आएगा.
ठीक है, चलो देखते हैं अभी.
Yeah, because I've been told कि डिलीवरी के साथ हर घर से पिकअप है, हर दरवाजे से पिकअप है, भरोसे से पिकअप है, and of course there's real-time tracking for faster and safer deliveries. So you're in absolutely safe hands. Your stuff is in safe hands.
Absolutely. You just have to book it on the app if you want to send something personally to someone.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we pick it up from businesses, their warehouses, and deliver it to the consumer at their doorstep.
Who would you trust to pick a movie?
I would never trust him to pick a movie.
I went to the physio room as well the other day, and I got in there, and it was most action I've ever seen in a movie. And it was brains splashing everywhere.
Accessories, watches, bags,
Yeah.
gadgets, Dinesh.
Yeah.
Clothes, never.
Delhivery presents On and Off the Field with Gaurav Kapoor